The murder of Elizabeth Short, case code name the Black Dahlia. One of the most infamous unsolved murder cases in American history is that of Elizabeth Short, better known as the Black Dahlia. Her murder in Los Angeles in 1947 captured national attention and remains shrouded in mystery and speculation to this day. Elizabeth Short was born on July 29, 1924, in Hyde Park, Boston, Massachusetts. She was the third of 5 daughters born to Cleo Short and Henry Short. Her family faced difficulties early in her life, as her father disappeared when she was just a child, and her mother struggled to support the family. Elizabeth was a bright child with dreams of becoming an actress, which ultimately led her to move to Southern California. In her late teens, she moved to Santa Barbara, California, in 1943 to live with her mother. However, she struggled to find work as an actress and often moved between friends and acquaintances, living a transient lifestyle. In the early 1940s, Elizabeth moved to Los Angeles with hopes of finding fame in Hollywood. While she had a few small acting roles, her dreams did not materialize as expected. She worked as a waitress and took on various other jobs to get by. Elizabeth was known for her striking beauty, with dark hair and a unique fashion sense that included frequent use of black clothing, hence the name Black Dahlia. During her time in Los Angeles, Elizabeth became involved with several men, often dating those connected to the film industry. However, her relationships were often tumultuous, and she had a complicated romantic life. Friends described her as ambitious, but also as someone who struggled with personal demons. On January 15, 1947, the lifeless body of Elizabeth Short was discovered in a vacant lot in Leimert Park, Los Angeles, by a woman walking with her child. The body had been mutilated and severed at the waist, with the skin of the body drained of blood. Elizabeth's face had been cut with a ghastly smile, and her body exhibited signs of extensive trauma. The gruesome nature of the crime quickly drew media and police attention. The press was captivated by the story, fueling public fascination with Elizabeth's life and death. The term Black Dahlia was coined by the media, linking her to a popular film noir at the time and romanticized the case, which overshadowed the tragic circumstances of her murder. The Los Angeles Police Department (LAPD) quickly launched an extensive investigation, but they faced significant challenges. One of the most puzzling aspects of the case was the lack of witnesses. Elizabeth had last been seen alive on January 9, 1947, in a bar in the Hollywood area. Witnesses reported seeing her, but the details of her final days remained murky. Several men claimed to have seen her in the days leading up to her murder, but none of these leads provided a solid suspect. The media frenzy surrounding Elizabeth's murder turned into a sensationalized narrative. Journalists were relentless, digging into her past and portraying her as a mysterious femme fatale. The press sensationalized various aspects of her life, which contributed to the pervasive public intrigue surrounding the case. More than 750 journalists flocked to the city to cover the story, leading to numerous hoaxes and false confessions regarding the murder. Elizabeth's story became a media spectacle, leading to a straightforward murder case becoming a complex tale of fascination and intrigue. Several people were identified as potential suspects during the investigation, but no one was ever conclusively charged. Some notable theories included: first, George Hodel. One of the most discussed suspects is George Hodel, a physician known for his questionable behavior. In the years following the murder, his son, Steve Hodel, became a detective and later published a book suggesting his father was the killer. Hodel's alleged connections to Elizabeth and evidence from the crime scenes piqued the interest of many investigators. Second, Mark Hansen. Mark Hansen was a nightclub owner who knew Elizabeth Short. He was known to have had relationships with other women who had similar fates. Some have speculated that he might have been involved in her murder, but concrete evidence was lacking. Third, the Black Dahlia Avenger. In 1947, an individual claiming to be the murderer sent a letter to several newspapers containing details about the crime. Although the letter was investigated, it did not provide substantial leads, and the identity of the writer remains a mystery. The motives behind Elizabeth Short's murder remain speculative, as no conclusive evidence was found to firmly connect any suspects. However, several theories have emerged regarding why someone might have targeted her. Theory number 1: jealousy or revenge. Some theorists believe that Elizabeth's tumultuous relationships and social life may have led to conflicts. Perhaps a spurned lover or jealous rival sought revenge against her. In a time when Hollywood glamour often hid seedy undercurrents, motives related to love and jealousy are common in murder mysteries. Theory number 2, prostitution. Some investigators speculated that Elizabeth may have fallen into a dangerous lifestyle involving prostitution due to her struggles in Hollywood. This theory posits that her murder could be linked to a transaction that went wrong. While Elizabeth's friends and family vehemently denied she engaged in sex work, the stigma surrounding her life fueled rumors and assumptions. Theory number 3, serial killer. Another theory suggests that Elizabeth's murder could be linked to a serial killer operating in Los Angeles at the time. In the post-war era, several unsolved murders involving young women displayed similar brutality. Investigators considered the possibility that Elizabeth was one of many victims in a larger pattern of violence. Despite extensive investigations and public interest, Elizabeth Short's murder remains officially unsolved. Over the years, multiple law enforcement agencies, including the LAPD and the California Department of Justice, have reviewed the evidence and leads. In 2017, LAPD detectives stated that they would keep the case active, expressing a commitment to pursuing any credible leads that might emerge. As of 2024, however, the case is still cold. Advances in forensic technology, especially in DNA profiling, lead investigators to hope that new evidence might one day surface. While the original evidence from the crime scene has been preserved, a lack of leads continues to hinder new breakthroughs. The murder of Elizabeth Short has left an indelible mark on American culture. Her tragic story inspired numerous books, films, and television shows over the decades. The portrayal of Elizabeth as the Black Dahlia contributed to the mythos surrounding her life and death, blending historical fact with fiction. The fascination with the Black Dahlia case is a mix of her haunting beauty, the sensational nature of her crime, and the stark reality of the time period. Many view Elizabeth Short not just as a victim, but as a representation of the countless women whose lives were cut short, especially in eras of societal upheaval. Moreover, the narrative around Elizabeth Short reflects larger issues surrounding societal perceptions of women, beauty, and vulnerability. Her case has become emblematic of a time when women in Hollywood faced significant pressures and dangers hidden behind the glitzy surface. The ongoing discussions encourage advocates for women's rights, safety awareness, and efforts to ensure that unsolved cases receive proper attention. The Black Dahlia resonates even decades after her tragic death. It serves as a chilling reminder of the dark underbelly of fame and the dangers faced by those seeking it. As new generations delve into her story, Elizabeth Short continues to be remembered not only for her beauty, but as a young woman with dreams who became a mysterious figure in American culture. The darkness surrounding her murder may never be fully uncovered, but Elizabeth's story endures, prompting reflection, speculation, and calls for justice long after her life was cut tragically short. The pursuit for answers remains a testament to the enduring complexities of the human story and society's quest for truth in the face of unspeakable loss. For weekly updates, please subscribe.